Greetings, peace, hotek, samlegum, whatever language you want to use. This video here, Allah, God, Moses, Jesus, Jah, whomsoever you want to call, has inspired me this morning to send out a call to action to black leadership in the city of Akron, Ohio. So this message is specifically for Akron, Ohio. I'm not speaking or acting on behalf of the Nation of Islam or a leader of the Nation of Islam. I'm speaking as a tax-paying citizen and someone who lives and has a family in the city of Akron, Ohio, Summit County. We have representatives that speaks on behalf of the Nation of Islam. So this particular message, I am speaking on behalf of my rights as a citizen who lives in the city of Akron, Ohio. Is that clear? On behalf of the Let Us Make Man program, is that clear? On behalf of Brother Albert Muhammad and my concerns for life, for my children and the children of our community and our adults in Akron, Ohio. I want to make that clear. Akron youth, are they out of control? Too damn right. And the problem with a lot of us, so-called black nationalists, political leaders, religious leaders, self-righteous leaders, we go in denial when it comes to things that we do to one another and to others. A woman brutally beaten, robbed by a group of teens in Akron. Third such incident in a month. Third such incident in a month, right? 7-year-old dies after being shot after a Sunday afternoon football game in the city, right? No nation can rise and thrive with a lawless society. So I want to say my personal message to Mayor Dan Horrigan. If I pronounced it wrong, I apologize. The police chief, Steve Milet, if I pronounced it wrong, I apologize. Whatever the community can do to help is what we have to do. We can no longer blame the mayor. I don't know the mayor, never met the mayor. I don't know the chief of police, never met the mayor, the chief of police. All I know is what's right and what's wrong. And I'm not no damn hypocrite to be sitting out here professing this self-righteousness while this kind of actions and murders and killings is going on right up under our nose. So to the mayor and the chief of police, we salute your efforts in trying to resolve these particular cases. But over the last year and a half or so in the city of Akron, we are losing babies. Children are being kidnapped. Children are being murdered. Children are being killed by children. Who in the hell is raising our children in our community? How in the hell do you ride around in the city and you see a group of 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, just running rampantly with no one saying a damn thing to them? You see, when I came up as a young man, there was a village. It takes a village to raise a nation. So you couldn't just run rampant in the community because somebody would pull your coat. Somebody knew your mama. Somebody knew your daddy. Somebody knew where you was at. Today, it's not like that, family. And the reason why, because most of us fear our own young people. And that's sad, but that's a reality. A 19-year-old and a 7-year-old, listen, were shot and injured Sunday afternoon in Akron. Just after a youth football game wrapped up at a place called Lane Field. This is a place where it's well known in the city of Akron, where the community gathers oftentimes and throw various events. We have thrown events in that same area, in that same community field. And the Akron police are searching for a suspect who they say fired a gun multiple times, and is described as being, listen to this, between the ages of 11 and 15. And then you wonder why, for those that know me, you wonder why that I'm merciless when it comes to dealing with children. I don't play with children, period. So if you don't want your children around me, damn it, keep them with you. Keep them with you, because I don't got time to play with them. I'm not going to punk down or back down for no children. In order for us to get our community together, it is a call. This is a call to so-called, again, black activists, political leaders, black nationalists, whoever you are in the city of Akron, who goes downtown to the so-called council meeting and call yourself representing for the black community. When a young man is shot or killed anywhere in America by a police officer, especially if the police officer is white, we lose our damn mind. We protest. We go all over the damn city, tearing things down and doing whatever we do to get some damn attention. But every time we kill one of us, one of our own, or something like this happens, it's silent. It's quiet. There's no real strong aura out there to say enough is enough. The police department is limited to what they can actually do. If you don't know by now, the police department anywhere in America is a responsive unit. You can blame them all you want to. You can hate them all you want to. Talk down about them all. You can do all that all you want to. But at the end of the day, they are the ones that you wind up calling when shit hit the fan. Excuse my French. When things hit the fan, they're the ones who you wind up calling. They're the ones who have to respond to some of these calls and sacrifice their life to try to help the community at whatever level. I'm not talking about no good cops and no bad cops. I ain't got time for all that. What we're talking about now is a 7-year-old was shot and murdered. A 19-year-old was shot after a football game. A woman can't even get off the damn bus. I know it goes on in every other city and state. What I'm concerned about right now is what's happening in Akron, Ohio. And so this is a call to action to the black community, specifically, particularly. We can't blame the sheriff department. We can't blame the prosecutor's office. We can't blame the judge. We can't blame the police department. We can do all that woofing and crying all we want to. We have to take action, because one thing about the Irish community, the Polish community, the Russian community, the Italian community, and the various different European communities, and some of our so-called communities from various different countries, they hold their community down. They hold their community down. We can hold our community down. 9 times out of 10, you can rest assured, majority of the times, we know who the criminals are. Now, I'm not going to use that word. We know who committing these types of actions in our community. We know where they live at, and we know who their parents are. We know how to address it. But the bottom line is, for some apparent reason, we just won't do it. And then we want to mourn. And sometimes we don't even give a damn, because there was a 6-year-old child in Akron that was kidnapped a few years ago, and it was brushed under the rug by the black community. You understand? We got this so-called code of silence thing in the black community that we don't say a damn thing. So how in the hell do you think the police department or the sheriff department or the prosecutor's office can solve a problem if we got this so-called code of silence? It's a code of silence until it's somebody in your damn house. Then when it's somebody in your house, you want the code of silence to be broken. So the code of silence should exist no more in the black community. We as a people should stand up and speak out and let the community know. And all those in our community that's committing these heinous crimes in our communities, enough is enough. I salute the mayor, the police chief of Akron, Ohio, Steve Miley. I salute the mayor for whatever efforts that these people are trying. I don't give a damn if you throw them under the bridge. Don't come at me with this, that, and the third. come at me with what we want to do here in the city of Akron, Ohio, to address the problems that we have, to address the crime and the killing in our community that we're doing ourselves at this point. Don't come at me with your religious theologies and your religious ideologies, because obviously these young people ain't trying to hear it. Is that clear? When you're walking around and you carrying a firearm at 11 and 15 years old, do you know when I was 11 and 15 years old, I could damn near chew gum. I was just learning how to pop gum at 11 and 15 years old. I understand this is a different society. This is a different atmosphere, generation, if that's what you want to say, XYZ. So with that being said, I'm not going to belabor the point and ramble on what I'm saying. This is a call to action. A call to action is a must. And we're not talking about calling on the prosecutor, calling on the mayor, calling on the state of Ohio, calling on the city of Akron. We're calling black leaders, political leaders, activists, religious leaders to unite under one umbrella to bring an end as best we could. We're not going to stop it all. There's no way possible we can stop it all. But to the best of our ability, unite and come together so we can put some kind of red flag on some of this that's taking place in the city of Akron, Ohio. I am a taxpayer in the city of Akron, Ohio. I not only pay city taxes, I pay state taxes to the state of Ohio. So I have the right to appeal to my people, black people, if you want to put it that way, in regards to addressing this matter here in the city of Akron. I understand it goes on in every other city. I advise you to do the same if you have that kind of concern. If you don't have that kind of concern, don't shoot the messenger, because I'm only delivering to you a message that Almighty God Allah put in my heart to share this morning as I was dropping my children off to school, thinking to myself, this has to come to an end. We should be able to take our children to the park and enjoy a football game or a baseball game. You mean to tell me black people can't play baseball and football without somebody bringing a damn gun? Do we have to have security everywhere? Yeah, we do, unfortunately. We do. So we have security units in our community. Yes, it costs us. How do you think you run an operation? Nobody runs an operation for free. So we have to invest. We have professionals in the police department, black, professionals in the sheriff department, black, and all other law enforcement agencies. We can appeal to these professionals to come in and help train those who are willing to take a stand, and that we unite with the police department. We're not trying to create a group of vigilantes or anything like that. We're trying to unite with our own community to bring an end to this foolishness. Thank you for listening.